In 55 BC, the Romans invaded this country under an insanely ambitious general called Julius. He became the world's first official dictator, or Caesar, until he got himself assassinated. Now, psychology can offer two insights into the mindset of such dictators. First, to win supreme power, any ruler must almost certainly possess an abnormal personality. And secondly, having obtained such power, the process of exercising it will almost certainly damage that personality further. Or, to put it another way, all power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. What does it mean to call a personality abnormal? There's one tongue-in-cheek definition. In August 2004, the magazine New Scientist suggested that people who are strongly self-loving, goal-driven, with a tendency to disregard the feelings of others are called psychopaths if they are violent, and successful businessmen if they are not. History teaches us that most dictators are prone to violence. For instance, a 2009 psychological profile compared the personality traits of the North Korean dear leader Kim Jong-il with those of Saddam Hussein and Adolf Hitler. In all three cases, the tyrants achieved nearly identical scores for tendencies towards sadism, paranoia, narcissism, antisocial behaviour and types of split personality. And if you put this simply, it means they enjoyed being cruel, they had massive egos, they cared little for human suffering, had no genuine friends, believed everyone was plotting against them, and rewarded nearly all acts of treachery with death. In the worst cases, of course, dictators have slaughtered entire populations. No one was left standing. The idea that possessing arbitrary power over others can bring out the inner Stalin in anyone is supported by the famous 1971 Stanford prison experiment, in which students randomly assigned to be guards in a makeshift prison became so abusive that the entire study had to be shut down after 7 days. This was an echo of the previous Milgram study at Yale University, which had earlier showed that almost any citizen can be turned into a torturer. But how can you be delusional and yet keep your grip on power? By exhibiting abnormal degrees of animal cunning. You can rule by fear, Stalin, Saddam Hussein, by offering rewards to an elite, Mubarak, Mugabe, by the cult of personality, Castro or Hirohito in Japan even, or a mix of all three, Hitler, Pol Pot, Ceausescu, Nayazov, the list is practically endless. What we cannot hope is that a dictatorship will speedily collapse under the weight of its own lunacy. Look at North Korea. Malevolent dictators are insanely tenacious, and the evidence from psychology suggests that benevolent dictatorship is not just unusual, it's unlikely.